everyone. Today I want to share a story, which is the well-known fairy tale, Little Red Riding Hood. Before listening to the story, let's understand the background of Little Red Riding Hood's story. There are many versions of Little Red Riding Hood, but the most familiar version is written by the Brothers Grimm, and many of the original dark plots have been deleted in order to provide children with reading. Did you feel similar when you read this story? That's because the ending of Little Red Riding Hood refers to the wolf and the 7 lambs. Now let's start telling the story! Exclamation mark. Once upon a time there was a little girl, because she liked to wear the red hat his grandmother gave her, so everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day her grandmother was sick, and her mother asked Little Red Riding Hood to bring some fruit to visit her grandmother who lived in the deep mountains. Grandma lives in the forest outside the village, a long way from Little Red Riding Hood's house. As soon as Little Red Riding Hood walked into the forest, she encountered a wolf. Little Red Riding Hood doesn't know the wolf is a bad guy, so he's not afraid of it at all. Little Red Riding Hood told the wolf that he was going to visit his grandmother, and told the wolf his address. The wolf calculated its strategy and decided to eat his grandmother first, then pretend to be his grandmother and eat Little Red Riding Hood. So the wolf told Little Red Riding Hood that he had something to leave first. Little Red Riding Hood saw the beautiful flowers on the side of the road and thought that she would be very happy to pick them back for her grandmother. When Little Red Riding Hood was picking flowers, the wolf slipped into the grandmother's house and ate her. After eating her grandmother, the wolf disguised herself as her grandmother and lay on the bed waiting for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. Little Red Riding Hood went to Grandma's house after picking a lot of flowers. As soon as she came to Grandma's bedside, she found that Grandma's whole body was completely different. By the time Little Red Riding Hood found out that Grandma was disguised as a wolf, it was too late. After the wolf ate Grandma and Little Red Riding Hood, they fell asleep on the bed. At this time, a hunter passed by Grandma's house and heard very loud snoring. He walked in and saw that there was a wolf in Grandma's house. The hunter quickly picked it up. Scissors cut down the wolf's belly. The hunter rescued Grandma and Little Red Riding Hood from the wolf's belly, and the three decided to take revenge, so they went to the river to pick up a lot of stones, trying to put them in the wolf's belly. When the wolf woke up, he found that his belly had suddenly changed a lot. Later, he saw that Little Red Riding Hood and his grandmother walked into the house without incident, only to realize that he had been tricked. The wolf tried hard to stand up but fell into the hole and died before walking a few steps.
Created using Powtoon.